On a cold November morning in 2022, a peaceful college town woke up to horror. 4 University of Idaho students brutally murdered in their home. No sign of forced entry, no known enemies, and no answers. This is the haunting story of the Moscow, Idaho murders, and the man who stalked his victims for months, never once saying why. Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin. 4 promising students full of life, sharing a home just off campus. Kaylee and Maddie were lifelong best friends. Xana was dating Ethan. They had plans for the future. They were loved by many. But on November 13, 2022, someone crept into their home and took everything. Around 4 a.m., the killer moved from room to room, stabbing each victim as they slept. Some fought back. Most never stood a chance. Behind the scenes, a shadow was watching. Kaylee told friends she felt like someone was following her. She'd seen a man watching from trees. Her dog would bark at nothing. Phone data later revealed chilling facts. The suspect's cell pinged near the home at least 12 times in the months before the murders. He wasn't a stranger. He was studying them, learning their routines, and then, in the early morning hours of November 13th, he struck. Enter Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old PhD student in criminology at Washington State University. Just 10 miles from the University of Idaho and just a 15-minute drive from the house on King Road. Kohberger drove a white Hyundai Elantra, the same make and model seen circling the neighborhood multiple times that night. He was studying crime, but also allegedly planning one. Just after 4 a.m., he entered the 3-story home. Xana and Ethan were on the 2nd floor, in Xana's bedroom. Madison and Kaylee were found together in Madison's bed, up on the 3rd floor. It's believed that Kaylee had come back to visit for the weekend and was sleeping beside her best friend one last time. The attack was fast and brutal. Autopsies revealed they were all stabbed multiple times, likely with a military-style knife. Some were asleep. Others may have woken up and fought back. Xana had defensive wounds. She may have been the last to die, watching her boyfriend Ethan already gone. Kohberger left a critical clue behind, a knife sheath on Madison's bed containing his DNA. That, along with surveillance footage and cell data, gave investigators what they needed. He drove a white Hyundai Elantra, just like the one seen on surveillance circling the house that night. Police tracked his car, his phone, his DNA. A knife sheath left behind had his genetic material on it. But the most haunting part, it was one of the surviving roommates, Dylan Mortensen, who first encountered him. She later told police she saw a masked figure walking past her around 4:17 a.m., dressed in black, bushy eyebrows visible. Hours later, it was another roommate who called 911. They believed someone had passed out. But what police found was far worse: 4 lives stolen, and a town changed forever. When police arrested him in Pennsylvania in December 2022, the world was stunned. A criminal justice scholar charged with 4 savage murders. The trial was set to be one of the biggest in modern true crime history. But in July 2025, something unexpected happened. Kohberger pled guilty. He avoided the death penalty, but received 4 consecutive life sentences without parole. He was also sentenced to 10 years for burglary and ordered to pay over $220,000 to the victims' families. But here's what's most haunting. He never said a word. No apology, no statement, no reason. The judge offered him a chance to speak. He stayed silent. The families spoke in court, and their words cut deep. Kaylee's sister, Olivia, called him a psychopath and a coward. She said he stalked her sister and Maddie for months, and returned just hours later to kill them. "You wanted to be the star of the show," she said, "but you'll only be remembered as basic." For the families, closure may never come, because the why is still missing. We may never know what drove Bryan Kohberger to do what he did. Was it obsession, revenge, a twisted experiment? Or was it something darker, a desire to kill, just to see if he could? What we do know is this: 4 young lives were stolen, and a community, a country, and a justice system will never forget. In memory of Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan. For true crime documentaries, like, comment, and subscribe.